Hi, everyone. Welcome to a very different Preschool Science Club this year. But it's September, so we still have to have Preschool Science Club. So I'm here with Miss Christy. There we go. And Miss Kelsey. And Miss Kathy's way back there. We'll get close to them in a minute. So I'm Miss Ruby, and every September we have Preschool Science Club and regular Science Club. So this year we're doing Virtual Science Club and Virtual Preschool Science Club. So welcome to Virtual Preschool Science Club. We are going to do some really fun experiments that you can do at home. Everything has very simple ingredients. And we're going to have a lot of fun, maybe get a little messy, not super messy today. I want to tell you about some of the fun stuff we have coming up. Tonight at the main library, we are having a drive-in movie, and you have 1 more hour to vote. Your choices are a movie about a group of kids that are on a pirate treasure hunt and never say die, or a movie about a story that never ends. So if you know what those movies are, you can go to our Facebook page right now and vote and see which one you want to watch tonight. I voted for the group of kids that never say die because that's one of my favorite movies. Also, starting on Monday, Miss Christy's back with Wiggle Worms. So if you like to hear Miss Christy read stories, tune in Monday at 11, and she will be live from her office reading you guys some books. We've got some fun things planned for October. Stay tuned. There may be some trick-or-treating involved. I don't know. We can't trick-or-treat in Northside, but maybe we can figure out a fun way to still trick-or-treat anyways. So I'm going to move the camera around, and Miss Christy is going to show you guys how to make a walking rainbow. All right. Hi, Miss Christy.
Hi, guys. I'm glad that you're with us this morning. As Miss Ruby said, I'm going to show you how to do a walking rainbow. And I have been playing with stuff all morning. I have already got my hands all yucky looking. It'll take a couple days probably to clean that off, but it's fun. And I've done different kinds of things that you can use to try. And first of all, markers. Sometimes we have markers at home. Washable markers are the best. Some paper towels, water. I found daubers that you can use. It's really neat too. And I also have our food coloring. And I'm going to show you all 3 of them and what you can do. And once we do this project and you get your rainbows done, you'll be able to take them out and let them dry, and you'll have a rainbow paper towel. So let's get started. And I said I was going to sit, but I am going to stand to pour my water and stuff to show you. What I'm going to do here first is our food coloring. And you can do any colors you want. You know, I know there's rainbow colors and stuff, but your rainbows can be any color you want. There's no right or wrong way. So we put a few cups out here. And every other cup is going to get about a half a cup of water. Make sure you have your adults kind of help you out so you don't get it all over the place. Because right now it's water, but it's going to get colored here in a little bit. And you can pick any colors you'd like. I've got some green. And I would just put about 4 or 5 drops, whatever you put in there, however dark you would like it. Every other cup with the water. If I can get that off of there. Let's put this one in there. I love all dark colors.
Purple.
Okay. So I got a few paper towels that I had here at the library. And you kind of want to fold them up. So they're, I don't know, maybe about 1 inch, 1.5 inches. And then fold it in half. So we're going to do a few of those. And you're going to put them in each cup, even where the empty cup. And you'll start seeing it'll start going up the paper towel. Now, the one that I found with this one, when I did it, it takes a little while for it to travel. So if you don't mind for it to sit for a little bit in your cups and go back and check on it, it'll do all the paper towels. And it might take about an hour for it to go through all the way. But if you've got some different things at home that you want to try, and that's what experiments are, science experiments are doing different kinds of things to see what happens. And of course, you know us guys, we love to play around. We got a totally awesome job where we get to do this kind of stuff with you guys. And I just opened the cabinet and started pulling things out, trying different things. So there we go. We got that all set up. And at the end, Miss Ruby's going to come back over. Everything that we make today, she's going to show you at the end of our program how it ends up turning out. So my other thing was the markers. I love this. Look at these big fat markers. I love them. So what we're going to do is we're going to color a little bit down through here. Well, these might be a little bit dry. We've used these quite a bit. Okay. And you can use any colors you want. I've got all kinds over here that I was playing with this morning. If you want to add a little more on it, just to help thicken it up. The more that's on there, the better. And you'll see how it will travel. And what you need to do is once you get these all colored in the way you want, and like I said, you can use any colors. There's no right or wrong way. It's what you want to do with yours. And you know what it is the paper towels, they've got fibers in it. So when it gets that wetness up, it travels. And it brings the ink with it. So what we want to do is we want to color both ends real good. And when you're at home, you got plenty of time, you can sit and really color it up really pretty. And I noticed when I used my markers, I had regular markers, they did okay, but the washable markers do the best. Let's darken it up with some of the other markers here. Help it out a little bit. There we go, we're getting it. And then we'll need 2 cups for this one. And water in both cups. So I'm going to, we'll set that right here so you can see it there. You see that okay, Miss Ruby?
Yep.
Fold your paper towel in half. That way you can put it right in your cups. Let's go ahead and put our water in first. That one. I tried it with vinegar water and it really didn't do what I thought it would do. It took a little longer, but you'll start seeing how it's starting to travel up there. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
Okay, I got one more. And these are the little daubers that we use for different kinds of things. So I grabbed those and I wanted to see how those would do. So I got me a paper towel, fold it up a little bit. I'll fold it in half. Let's get orange. And just dot right on there. There's that one. And purple. As you can see on the daubers, it's rainbow colors. Yellow. And this way we can see how it turns out. And like I said, you just have different things that you want to try to see what it does when you put it in the water on a paper towel. Dollar Tree's great for stuff like this if you want to experiment to get supplies for it. Purple. You can even do each end different colors if you want. However you like to do it. Alrighty. Got that folded in half. Let's get us a couple cups here. And the clear cups are the best so you can see it traveling. Or bowls, whatever you may have at home. All right, guys, let's see what happens when I put this in. Let me do it this way so you can see it better. Are we ready? Are they traveling? It looks like it's starting to go up there. I know my side is. There it goes. See it moving up there? You give it a little time, this whole thing will be moving along through there and you'll have a rainbow.
All right.
So I hope you guys like that. I hope you try it out and see what you come up with and take pictures and show me.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Miss Christy. We will be
Thank
back to
you.
you in a minute to
Okay.
see how those all traveled.
Okay.
Up next, Miss Kelsey is going to show us how to make rain in a jar.
Hi, everybody. So, my experiment is super, super easy. All you need is a jar or a plastic cup that is filled with water. You'll need some shaving cream and a little bit of food dye. So all we're going to do is shake up our shaving cream here, nice and good, and then we're just going to spray a little bit right on top of the water, just like that.
That shaving cream floats.
It does float.
It doesn't sink.
It doesn't. And you're going to be learning more about what sinks, what floats, maybe.
Oh, maybe. I think we might.
We might. So let's see what happens when we drip our food coloring on this. And do you see it? It's traveling down and into the water. So this is basically how rain is made. So you've got your little water particles and they form in the cloud, which is our shaving cream here, and then it falls down and we have rain.
Very cool. And you know what else?
What?
That looks really neat inside.
It does. It looks super, super cool. Let's see if we can get some more down in there. Sometimes it takes a while to get through the shaving cream.
Just like in real clouds.
Exactly.
They have to fill up before the rain falls.
Exactly. Any more?
Oh, I see a little bit more coming.
Oh. That looks super cool.
That looks very cool. All right. Thank you, Miss Kelsey.
You're welcome.
Hi, Miss Kathy.
Hi, Miss Ruby.
You're
Hi,
gonna
everyone.
You're gonna show us things that sink and things that float, right?
Yes,
I love playing sink and float.
I do too. I have several different items here. All you need is a clear container with water. And whatever you're curious about, of course, you need to ask permission from mom and dad first if you can put it in water or not. But I've got some things that are going to maybe surprise you. The first one is, this was very interesting to me. I have a peeled orange and an unpeeled orange. What do you think's going to happen? Anybody have any ideas? You think they're both going to sink or both going to float, or one's going to float and one's going to sink?
I think they are both going to sink.
Okay, let's see.
That one's heavy and that one has a hole in the middle.
Right, okay. We're going to put that in. It's floating.
Miss Ruby was wrong.
Yes, we're going to put the peeled in, and it sinks.
Huh.
So I was curious also about just maybe a piece of the orange,
that looks
what
yummy.
it would do, and it sinks. So, and then I thought, okay, what about the peeling?
Ooh.
It's probably going to float, and it does.
That is very interesting, Miss Kathy.
Yes, I think so too. Okay, so we've got this stuff. I thought that was really cool. Now, I've got a raw egg. It's not been cooked or anything. Sink or float?
What do you think, Miss Kelsey?
I think it's going to sink.
Okay, we're going to try it. And you're right. It sunk to the bottom. If I would have thought sooner, I would have done a hard-boiled egg, and we could have seen what happened with that, but I didn't think about it in time.
That's
So,
all right.
yeah. Okay, this is a buckeye.
Ooh, that's the kind you eat.
No, not the kind you eat, the kind that grows on the trees. We're going to see what happens to it. I'm going to predict float. Yes.
Yes.
The reason I predicted float was sometimes if you can like just lift something and feel it, it's all about density. If you know what density is, it's maybe how heavy something is. So this is kind of light and it feels light on the inside. So that's why I figured that it would float, and it did. So then I've got an Easter egg, a plastic Easter egg. So what do you think? It's very light. We'll see. I think it's going to float. And yes, it does. Okay, I have a rock.
Ooh.
It's got some holes in it.
Oh.
Yeah. So we're going to see what happens. I don't know. We're just going to see.
I still think the rock will sink.
Will sink. Me
Yeah.
too. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Boom, it sunk.
Even with a hole in it, it sunk.
Yes, with a hole in it. This little guy is a fish. He is, I think it's like an eraser.
It is
type.
an eraser fish.
Yeah. So I thought we would try that. Oh, and he sunk straight to the bottom too. This looks like some little Minecraft dude.
Yep.
I don't know. So, and he's like plastic and not real heavy. I'm going to say he might float. Okay.
Yeah.
He's floating. This is a stress ball.
Ooh.
Okay. It's kind of dense, I would think, like all the way through, but it's light. So I'm going to say it's going to float. And it does. And then we have all these little plastic bugs.
I love plastic bugs.
I do too. And I think they're going to float. Oh, I was wrong.
They sunk.
What
You think
about the spider?
the spider's got legs? No, I
Yes.
thought maybe the legs would keep the spider up.
Me too. And how about the dragonfly?
Oh, he
Took him a
stuck
minute,
around
but
for a
he-
minute.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is,
A scorpion.
yes, we're going to see.
Miss Ruby catches scorpions in Animal Crossing.
Oh, okay, do you? Okay. Well, I think this was a very cool experiment.
Yes, it was.
Showed me some things, and I hope you guys all enjoyed it. And I guess that's it for
All
me.
right. Thank
All
you,
right.
Miss Kathy.
You're welcome.
All right. Now we're going to go over to this table. And this table's empty. And it's empty because this is my table. And I have to turn the computer around and come to this side of the table. And you can't see me. That's okay. All right. So I am making cloud paint or puffy paint. So I made some nice clouds earlier. And they're almost dry. And when they're dry, they're very soft and fluffy. Okay, so to make this really cool cloud paint, there we go, down there, all you do, I've already mixed some, but I'm going to mix a little more. This is just shaving cream, plain old white shaving cream. And you put it in a big bowl, and you just put a bunch in there. And then you take the super secret ingredient, white glue. If you make slime, I bet you have this laying around your house. And you just dump about the same amount of white glue in as you put in for shaving cream. And then once you do that, the fun part starts. You take a paintbrush and you mix And mix until the shaving cream and the glue are all mixed together. And then it's fluffy cloud paint. So all you have to do is get a piece of, since mine's white right now, I've got black paper. Some other paper, a different color paper. I didn't think about that. Yeah. All right, so you paint, you get a bunch on there. All right. You can just drop it on there and it'll dry. It might take a little bit to dry if you put a whole bunch on there. But look at that. You can see it's 3D. So it stays fluffy even after it dries. So you can use this to make some really cool clouds or snow, or like Miss Ruby is doing right now, I am making a funny face. And however you put it on there, you can make whatever you want. Okay. There's my ghost face for Halloween. You guys see it? All right. So that is white fluffy stuff on black paper. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Kathy. Miss Ruby forgot to get a different color paper because I'm putting food coloring in it now. Let's see. I'm going to take, some blue food coloring. And I'm also going to take some yellow food coloring. Does anybody know what happens when we mix blue and yellow together? Yes, Miss Kathy.
Doesn't it turn green?
You're right. Look at that green.
Cool.
So then you just swirl it all around. And it turns green. I see all the green in there, the green fluffy. All right. Oh, and I'm going to paint green on green because I didn't even look at the paper. Oh, that's all right. It's fun. Green on green looks good. And I'm going to make another ghost face. And look, you can really just scoop that stuff out and just drop it right on your paper. Now I'm using the big paintbrush, but I also have a little tiny paintbrush. Can you guys see my little paintbrush? And you can use the little paintbrush too if you want to paint little things. Or if you're a preschooler, you can make this fun puffy paint and you can use it to practice your letters. You can have whoever's at home with you write them on the paper and then you can trace them, or you can write them yourself. Miss Ruby is going to paint her name with the little paintbrush in the fluffy puffy paint. So it is Ruby, so that's R. There we go. This is taking longer than I thought it would, guys. There we go. R, U, all right. And then B. It's really fun to paint with. I'm going to fill my whole B in. RUBY. So I think this would be really fun at home when you want to practice your letters. I wrote my name. Oh, that was fun. Puppy paint is so much fun to play with. And it dries pretty quickly. I just did this one about probably less than an hour ago. And you can see I can touch it. And it's soft and it's fluffy, but it's not getting on my hands. So.
And you can decorate your white clouds with some of the green.
Oh,
in there.
That is a great idea, Miss Kathy. Let's see. Oh, I've already got a paintbrush. All right, let's put some green. That is a fantastic idea. And now I can put little green dots on my clouds once they're dry and they're not going to mix together. Or if I had made my shaving cream blue, I could put it on there and they could be little raindrops. They can still be green raindrops. And it'll look like it's raining. Or if you make your puppy paint yellow, you can make the sun. Make a big sunny day with no clouds. Or you could have a green sun or a purple sun or whatever color sun you think you want, because it's your picture. You can do whatever you want with your picture. All right. That was the perfect addition to the clouds. Can you guys see it?
Yeah. It did turn out good.
That turned out really good. I've never painted on top of cloud paint with more cloud paint. That's a fantastic idea, Miss Kathy. All right, let's head back over to Miss Christy and see how her water walking is going, her rainbow walking is going. Hi, Miss Christy.
Hello. So our first one we did was with our food coloring. And we've got green, we've got red, we've got purple, and then over here at the end, we got a little bit of blue going on where it's traveling. Kind of interesting, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see, the empty cups has got a little water from where our water's traveling through our paper towels. And then we had our markers. And as you can see, I'll turn it just a little bit so you can see that. We've got our rainbow moving along.
Very
then
cool.
Here's our little daubers that we use for that.
That looks like a sunset.
It does. And once you're done with those, if you have something that you can lay them on and let them dry, you'll have your own little rainbow paper towel.
Yay! All right.
Thank you, guys.
All right, so let's flip this back around to Miss Ruby. Somewhere. Hi. Ah, there I am. Thank you for joining us for Preschool Science Club today. We hope you had fun, and we hope that you try some of our fun experiments at home. On Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, we will be live at 4:30 with School Age Science Club. And we've got some fun experiments to do then, too. And don't forget movies tonight. And I'm pretty sure the movie that with kids with pirate hunting is going to be the one we watch. It's got the most votes by a landslide on Facebook right now. And Miss Christy will be back Monday with Wiggle Worms. And we will see you guys next week. Bye. You want to say bye?
See you later.